name is Sally Gooden, and I asked her to marry me, then she said you wouldn't.
And what we're doing today is taking a look at the little trolley or little transporter that I have made. And right now this thing is sitting on top. It's made of PVC, just 4 elbows. This is Schedule 80, I believe. It's the thick stuff. PVC that I have gone ahead and painted. I've used a couple of wheels from a garage sale. I think it was about 50 cents for 4 wheels. It was one of those cheap piece of junk ATV toy cars. And all I did was I took off the ends here, put a rod through as an axle through the PVC, attached it to both sides. Very simple, very easy. Right now it's sitting on top of the kayak, and actually this is the way I take the kayak. I will put this down into the position that I'll show in just a bit. Then I will, once I'm at the water's edge, I will take it off, put this up on top, and it's attached with bungees. You can see some bungees sitting here. It's attached with these bungees so that it stays with the kayak. If this thing rolls over, this stays. If I need to pull the kayak out to camp, or if I wanted to go and eat lunch or something and I wanted the kayak out with me, plop this down, take it out, and it's all good to go. This is very light also. It's also made so that this is an open area, so I can put gear here if I need to. A cooler or just whatever. You could put a milk crate still inside this. It's sized that way. So I don't have to go back to the truck or back to the car to get this, to put it back on the kayak, to roll it back up, and I don't have to mess with that. Once I've got the car out of the way or a vehicle out of the way, I'm set with this. Wheel it right back up, nice and easy, and I don't have to mess around. So, how do you use this? Well, I just take off the 2 of the back bungees. Just lay them to the side. These front 2 stay on the whole time. This back one, I've got a large one that I made up. This will hold it in the very back. And hopefully you can see this underneath. I'll do a close-up here in just a moment. But all I have to do is pull this down, and this back PVC slips underneath, under the kayak. I pull up this long bungee. This goes up as far as it will. The bottom is still there, and this bungee here that's wrapped around the wheels or around the axle holds that up so it doesn't just flop around down there. So that is set, and it's held on, really, by the bungees and by the friction. Once the weight of the boat gets on here, this compresses against the top. The axle underneath compresses from the bottom, and it stays put. That's all it is. You don't have to go through the scupper holes. You don't have to have a big trolley, big long thing, big long cart, I should say, up underneath it to pull it and push it back. And it doesn't have to be a big affair. Very small, very easy. Let me get you a close-up. So here you can see it a little bit more detail along the top. 2 bungees. That just holds this thing up close. You can see where it's hitting the side here, where it's hitting the side here. They come along the bottom here. There are the wheels. There's the bottom. There's that bungee that loops right across the top. And down. Now you can see it full profile from the side here. So once that weight is applied to those wheels, the whole thing wants to do this. So it clamps itself to the kayak. Yes, the bungees do kind of hold it in position so it doesn't slide off the end or slide this way or go whichever way. But really what holds it on is the design. It just wants to clamp itself. And then you just pull and push from that other end, pulling it right along. Now a modification to this could be, you see where the end here, the axle is straight? It's straight right across here. It could be made so that that V in the kayak has a place to rest a little bit better. Either this could be bowed down a little, it couldn't go much, or a foam piece or some kind of blocking could be put on each side, because sometimes the kayak wants to tip just a little bit one way or the other. Not a big deal, quite frankly, but if somebody wanted to make that modification, it might help a little bit. One of the advantages to these types of wheels, they're fairly wide. They're not air-filled. They're not pneumatic. They're wide, so they'll work on a variety, either concrete for boat launches, or sand or gravel. They work pretty darn well. The big thing is they're very light. A pneumatic tire would be much heavier, and I don't need that much more weight on here. So, to put this back up into serviceable position, all I really have to do is pull my bungee down, pull this whole thing up, set it here. I can either pull my bungee, I don't know if you can see that, pull my bungee down here, which I don't like to do. I just have two more bungees. I just have two more bungees that I attach here and here so that this doesn't flop around any in case I roll over. But those just pretty much stay there. And now you can see I've still got plenty of room. And so whenever I'm traveling, I'm sure I get some looks as to why the heck does he have wheels on the back top of his kayak. That's just strange. That's just odd. He's an odd fellow. But it allows me to do what I want to do whenever I want to do it. Thanks for watching.